Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is my response to the evaluation forum for our athletic department, especially in terms of scheduling and transportation. So, the school I want to talk about is actually my previous college, my undergrad school, which is William Jewell College. It's a Division II school, a little bit smaller than APU. It's not Christian. It's in the Midwest. It's in Kansas City, Missouri. Um, so I played baseball at this school. Had a number of significant conversations with our coaches, people in the athletic department staff, and just got to spend a lot of time around like the athletic director and things like that. So I feel like I have some good experience, some good knowledge just from my time there. So that's where I'm coming from when I'm answering these questions when I'm looking at it. Just as an overview, they did a really good job. William Jewell did a good job in terms of scheduling and transportation. Um, Specifically, like with what we talked about, the scheduling seemed always to be fair. It was on time. It was done way in advance. Conflicts and things that came up were always handled really well. With like one exception, I'll talk about that a little bit. Um, and yeah, it was a good experience overall. We had men's and women's teams traveling separately when we could, and when we were able to afford it. But then there were also sports like men's and women's soccer and basketball that would travel together, and that helped those programs save money and be able to do some other things while they were on the road. They got to stay in some nicer hotels and eat better food and things like that. So I know it's a little bit different at the college level, where our book talked a lot about the high school level, but college is where I want to be at. So that's what I'm looking at. But basically, for that first question, like I've been saying, where's your school in compliance with these administrative tasks? They are. As I looked back, as I was comparing William Jewell and my experience and their procedures to what the book was talking about, with just wanting to be professional, wanting things to be done on time, the communication channels to be wide open, the administrative staff to be proactive in scheduling and being fair Title IX wise, budget wise in terms of not doing too much, but not not restricting us too much either. I feel like they did a good job being in compliance. There's one spot it says, "Where is your school out of compliance with these administrative tasks?" There's one area that I think they could have done a better job with, and that pertains to like their outdoor sports, since Kansas City's in like bad weather, especially for the baseball season and softball season, and even like soccer games and stuff experience this. There's a number of weather concerns, and every time there was a weather concern, it seemed like it was a panic, or like nobody really knew what to do, and there was like miscommunication that happened in terms of like canceling the game, or do we go on with the game, or like we have to travel, when do we take off, like it just seemed to be kind of chaotic and hectic when it shouldn't have been a surprise. Like, you live in Kansas City, that in March there's going to be bad weather, in November there's going to be bad weather, and so we just need to be more proactive in terms of how we can plan for those things when they come up. I guess that's what I'm saying. I said the steps they should take is they should come up with a procedure for dealing with inclement weather, both when you get like a notification in the future and the day of, because it seemed that it was just kind of all over the place, and that was one of the things the book talked about. So I think though, just taking the step to be proactive about it would be huge. And so that's really the biggest takeaway I have, because they did a good job budget wise, again being fair, and like I really feel like they're conscientious of the Title IX issues, and just scheduling in general seemed to be communicated well to the community, to the school, to the students, to teachers, to things like that. So it was a good job overall, but that's my one thought for where they can improve.